After watching the Sick Around the World video, I was amazed and astonished to find out how much better other countries' healthcare system is compared to ours. As you know, our healthcare system is a national government funded healthcare system, that being the Affordable Care Act. But that particular healthcare system has many deficiencies. One deficiency being that it offers a government mandate, which mandates that all people have to have insurance, which is actually a good thing. But the unfortunate thing is that the healthcare system that our country offers is significantly more expensive than some of the other countries discussed in the video. In particular, I think the Taiwanese healthcare system is a model that the U.S. could learn a significant amount from. One, when we look at that particular model, we see that about 6.2% of their gross domestic product is actually spent on healthcare compared to our system, which is about 16.6%. So essentially, we are spending more on healthcare, but we're getting far worse results. The infant mortality rate, as well as the life expectancy rate, is significantly longer in some of the other countries discussed in the video, whereas our life expectancy and infant mortality rate is extremely high, which is horrible considering the amount of money that we spend on healthcare. The other thing is the other countries, in particular Taiwan, they actually have a competitive healthcare market where people have a choice in terms of healthcare providers, hospitals, and insurance companies. Whereas in our system, in a lot of instances, we have monopolies which eliminate competition and actually drive the healthcare cost up. So there are a lot of things that we need to do better in our particular country, and I think we can learn a lot from the Taiwanese market. Obviously, we know that a competitive market is actually good for healthcare. We also know that giving people choice in terms of their healthcare providers, that's something that people like. Not to mention the affordability of the healthcare system in Taiwan makes that particular system a lot more amenable to the fact that everybody can afford it, unlike here in the U.S., where we have some of the poorest people having to pay some of the highest premiums for healthcare. So it's a major problem that we have in terms of our healthcare system here in the U.S. We can learn a lot from the Taiwanese government. The one downside to the Taiwanese government is obviously they need to probably increase the amount of their gross domestic product that they put into the healthcare system so that they can make sure that they can afford all the great services that they currently offer to their patients. But outside of that, the Taiwanese system is an excellent system that the U.S. needs to look at, mimic, and actually roll out in this particular country.